this happened to me. I didn't cause this. I didn't do it. This happened to me, and it can happen to anybody.
The tension between Rihanna and Beyoncé runs far deeper than people initially realized, and things are getting messy. Word on the street from multiple sources is that Rihanna openly views Beyoncé as an untalented copycat, which is a bold claim. There have also been long-standing rumors that Beyoncé tried to subtly block Rihanna's rise because she felt threatened and did not want to be outshined. Then there's a whole controversy surrounding Jay-Z possibly cheating on Beyoncé with Rihanna, which only escalated the drama. So what actually happened between them, and why does Rihanna appear to have such a strong dislike for Beyoncé? Let's break it down.
I hear that you're a big fan of Beyoncé.
I love her.
Now, here's where it gets interesting. At one point, Rihanna genuinely had love and respect for Beyoncé, but that energy shifted quickly when she felt Beyoncé started targeting her for no clear reason. Rihanna was brought into the spotlight by Jay-Z, who mentored her early on, and that connection led her directly into Beyoncé's circle. At first, things seemed positive. Rihanna even revealed that Beyoncé once sent her a heartfelt letter, suggesting there was real support between them. But clearly, something changed, and it wasn't minor.
She actually wrote me this cute little letter, and she signed it with her autograph. It was so cute. When I first met her, and she wrote, she was telling me, just let loose when you perform and just have fun and be in control.
But then things began falling apart, and it didn't take long for the vibe to shift. As Rihanna started blowing up and dominating the charts, the media wouldn't stop comparing her to Beyoncé. It was constant. Everywhere you looked, it was Rihanna versus Beyoncé, and people were picking sides. And let's be honest, Beyoncé wasn't exactly enjoying that pressure or those comparisons. Things got even messier when Beyoncé dropped the track Bow Down, and fans instantly side-eyed her hard. Many called her out, saying she went from empowering women to suddenly throwing shade and telling them to bow down. It didn't sit right with everyone at all. The backlash was loud and only kept growing.
Bow down B over and over from the woman who preaches empowering women is a bit unsettling to some.
I just feel like it's kind of, it's hard to swallow. Just very hard to swallow, having seen her in a different light for so long.
I don't like it. I don't think it's her. I don't think it goes with what she represents.
I love Beyoncé, but I honestly think that Jay-Z's putting thoughts in her head.
You're on a Pepsi can, for goodness sakes, to tell B words to bow down. And then you're saying girls run.
Instead of stepping back and owning it, Beyoncé got defensive and stood her ground. She refused to apologize despite all the criticism coming her way. And that only made the situation feel even more heated and personal.
The reason I put out Bow Down is because I woke up, I went into the studio, I had a chant in my head. It was aggressive. It was angry. It wasn't the Beyoncé that wakes up every morning. It was the Beyoncé that was angry. It was the Beyoncé that felt the need to defend herself. And if this song never comes out, okay, I said it. And I listened to it after I finished, and I said, this is hot. I'm gonna put it out. I'm not gonna sell it. I'm gonna just put it out. People like it, great. They don't.
That moment really set Rihanna off, and she did not stay quiet at all. She jumped on Twitter and threw some clear shade at Beyoncé. Rihanna shared an article crowning her the Queen of Pop in the UK and added a caption that had everyone talking. She wrote, "I only know how to be number one. I could use a challenge. How that feel down there on your knees?" And people instantly knew exactly who it was aimed at. After that, things got even more chaotic when other artists started stepping in and backing Rihanna up. Trisha Cole and Brandy both came through with strong opinions, and they were not holding back either. Trisha went on a full Twitter rant, calling out the situation and saying, "First, women need to stick together. Now better bow." She shook her head but added, "Chicks stay shooting. I didn't kept it real from the start. #respect. Can't stand when people all self-righteous when it's convenient and it makes them look good, LMAO, but can still talk when it's convenient too. Outta here." That just poured even more drama into the mix.
Beyoncé fan.
I am.
You're a Beyoncé fan, and she recently put out her new song, Bow Down. People are talking about it.
Opinion is opinion. I think art should be expressed the way it should.
Do you love the song?
I don't love the song, but I love Beyoncé. I have to be honest.
Then Brandy stepped in too, and she made it clear she had something to say as well. She was not about to stay silent, and her energy showed she was ready to stand on it. Brandy did not hold back either, and her response added even more heat to an already wild situation. She made it clear she was not impressed with how things were playing out, and her tone had people paying close attention. Fans quickly picked up on the tension and started choosing sides even harder, turning the whole thing into a full-blown industry clash. What started as subtle shade was now loud, public, and impossible to ignore. A lot of fans are convinced that Beyoncé's issue with Rihanna really started when those rumors hit about Jay-Z being involved with Rihanna, and that rumor spread fast. It had everyone talking, and the timing made it even more suspicious. But then, Rihanna's publicist came out trying to shut it all down, claiming the whole thing was just a calculated PR move to boost Rihanna's name. He even admitted the PR stunt that I did was out of desperation, to help break Ponder Replay. It was reckless and I didn't think it was going to work. I was just throwing spaghetti to the wall to see what would stick. And that statement shocked a lot of people. Still, not everyone believed him, not even close. Many people felt like that explanation did not add up, especially since there have been multiple rumors over time about Jay-Z stepping out on Beyoncé. Because of that, some fans started saying the publicist's statement sounded more like damage control than the truth, like someone told him to clean things up fast. And knowing how powerful Beyoncé and Jay-Z are when it comes to protecting their image, people started connecting dots and questioning everything. Then, there was another wild claim floating around, saying Beyoncé allegedly pushed for Rihanna's album to be leaked early to mess with her sales. And if that was true, that takes the drama to a whole different level. Things got even more suspicious when Rihanna's Anti album suddenly leaked on Tidal, which just happens to be a platform owned by Beyoncé and Jay-Z. That timing had people raising eyebrows instantly. The leak forced Rihanna to drop the album earlier than planned, and it completely threw off her rollout. At the same time, Beyoncé was gearing up to release Lemonade, and her project got massive promotion everywhere. Meanwhile, Rihanna's album rollout looked rushed and messy because of that unexpected leak. A lot of fans started saying it looked like a setup, like the odds were stacked against Rihanna from the start, and when the numbers came in, it only added more fuel to the conversation. Anti sold around 124,000 copies in its first week, while Lemonade came in huge with 653,000 copies, and people definitely noticed that gap. The tension between them was so obvious that they were even seen avoiding each other at a Tidal press event. According to a source who spoke to Vet Page NY Gossip, they would not stand next to each other or even speak. The whole event had to be carefully planned so they would not cross paths, and that says a lot about how bad things had gotten. And honestly, things did not stop there. The drama only got louder when Rihanna later called Beyoncé a thief and a liar. After accusing her of copying a photo shoot concept back in 2018, Rihanna covered British Vogue's September issue, showing off a bold and extravagant look that had everyone talking. That photo shoot had a striking high-fashion vibe, with bold styling and a dramatic headpiece that instantly stood out. Fans were obsessed with the creativity and how unique it looked, and Rihanna was getting major praise for pushing boundaries. But not long after, people started noticing something that sparked a whole new wave of drama. When Beyoncé appeared with a look that felt very similar, fans quickly began making comparisons online. Social media lit up with side-by-side images, and the conversation got loud fast. That is when accusations started flying, and things between them got even more tense. That bold flower crown look had everyone talking. And then suddenly, guess who showed up with almost the exact same vibe just 1 month later on American Vogue? Yep, Beyoncé. That is when fans really started connecting dots and raising questions. According to sources, Rihanna was upset, but not shocked because there had always been this quiet competition between them behind the scenes. What made it even louder is that Beyoncé has been called out more than once for allegedly copying creative ideas. One major moment came when Kellis spoke up and accused Beyoncé of using her song Milkshake without properly queering it. Kellis did not stay quiet either. She jumped into the conversation and said, "My mind is blown too, because the level of disrespect and utter ignorance of all three parties involved is astounding. I heard about this the same way everyone else did. Nothing is ever as it seems. Some of the people in this business have no soul or integrity, and they have everybody fooled." And that statement had people shocked.
Artist to another, you should have the decency and the common sense and the courtesy to call stupid and disrespectful, and she should have at least reached out. I have the right to be frustrated. Why? Because no one had the human decency to call and be like, yo, hey, would like to use your record. I'm a human being, so I get pissed off and I get ticked off.
Instead of smoothing things over in a way that satisfied everyone, the situation took another turn when Kellis's vocals were reportedly removed from the track, and that only made things look even more messy to fans watching it all unfold. And it did not stop there. Erykah Badu also stepped in with her own accusations, suggesting that Beyoncé had borrowed from her style too. At one point, Erykah even reposted a photo of Beyoncé wearing a chrome hat during the Renaissance tour on Instagram, and her caption instantly got people talking. And Erykah was not done at all. Just minutes later, she doubled down and posted a side-by-side photo showing herself wearing a chrome hat next to Beyoncé rocking a very similar one. The caption said it all: "I guess I'm everybody's stylist." And that had social media going wild. Then she slid into the comments on another post of Beyoncé in that same hat and added, "I'm flattered," which came off real sarcastic and only made the situation louder. But those were not the only claims floating around either. Beyoncé has also been accused of borrowing from a New Orleans bounce and go-go sound, with people pointing out similarities that sparked debate online. Then there was another serious situation involving Desiree, who actually took legal action against Beyoncé for covering her song Kissing You and renaming it Still in Love Kissing You, while also adding herself as a writer. That situation had real consequences and brought even more attention to these ongoing accusations. And it goes even further back. In 2003, Jennifer Amore sent a demo of her track Gotta got a little bit of Love for You to Columbia Records, hoping to get noticed, but just months later she heard Baby Boy on the radio and felt like it sounded way too familiar. She ended up filing a lawsuit, convinced her work had been used, but in the end, she could not prove that Beyoncé had actually heard her demo before recording her song, so the case did not go her way. At this point, the list of accusations just keeps stacking up, and people are still debating what is real and what is not. And with all of that stacking up, it only made the tension between Rihanna and Beyoncé feel even more intense and personal. Fans started looking at their every move, every appearance, and every release like it meant something deeper. Even the smallest things began turning into full conversations online, with people trying to decode who was throwing shade at who. At this point, it wasn't just rumors anymore, it felt like a full-on silent battle playing out in public. And maybe all of this explains why Rihanna has kept her distance from Beyoncé and never teamed up with her on a track, even though they move in the same exact circle. It feels intentional, and fans have definitely noticed that gap. There were also reports claiming that this tension played a role during the Super Bowl halftime show. Some sources said the reason Jay-Z did not join Rihanna on stage for Umbrella, even though he was right there in the crowd with a family member, was because of this ongoing situation. Allegedly, Jay wanted to come up and perform, but Rihanna shut it down, and that had people talking instantly. Social media wasted no time reacting either, and a lot of people seemed to back Rihanna. Some users started calling Beyoncé fake while praising Rihanna for being more real and upfront. One person even said, "I've always liked Rihanna's personality. She's real."
I saw, her beauty and how beautiful she was. And then I listened to her music and I loved her music. She's incredibly talented. I think she's what every female artist should strive.
She's exactly who she appears to be, and that comment immediately grabbed attention as more people joined the discussion. As opinions spread, the conversation exploded online. Fans started analyzing every single interaction, trying to figure out who was authentic and who was just performing for the cameras. Some fans stood firmly behind Rihanna, saying her energy always feels real, while others defended Beyoncé, claiming she simply carries herself differently under the spotlight. Either way, the divide was clear, and the tension between their fan bases made everything feel even bigger. Comments kept pouring in, some harsh and unfiltered. One person wrote, "Beyoncé is fake and unrelatable. She plays this perfect innocent persona and it's just not believable. Everything about her is flawless. Rihanna is the real deal." That type of comment really highlighted how polarized fans were. Another user chimed in saying, "I've never been a Beyoncé fan and never will be because of her manipulative tendencies. Talent and popularity aside, Rihanna's integrity shined through. She's just as skilled, if not more, and her authenticity makes her stand out like a diamond." That only fueled the conversation further. Now it's your turn. Do you think Beyoncé tried to undermine Rihanna's career, or is this all being exaggerated? And what about the claims of copying other artists' work? Coincidence or something more? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's really get into it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so more people can join the discussion. Check out the next video, and I'll see you there.